Hey, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy 2019. Neil Winteregg with Matterhorn Business Development here. We're actually filming this on New Year's morning. We're here early.
Yes,
getting
we
some
are.
filming done. This is the time that we like to work. So we're here. I don't know when you'll actually see this, but we have edition number 2 of the Business Newsroom. So I have another topic for us to talk about today.
All right.
This is a little bit different. The last one we talked about the Uber valuation and
Yes.
the shock and the awe and the whatever. Okay.
Yes.
This is an article that actually came out in October on CNBC. I really liked it when I read it.
Okay.
And so we're going to go for like a little bit of a different approach than like the shock and awe of Uber. This is actually like really good business advice, and we can talk about that.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. So this is from Mark Cuban. The title of the article says, "One of the most underrated skills in business right now is being nice."
Oh, wow.
And the article goes on, and he says that at one point, basically, he wasn't the nicest person to deal with.
Okay.
As a salesperson, he said, I might curse, I might get mad, and then I just got to the point I wouldn't have wanted to do business with me when I was in my 20s.
Wow.
So that was what he said about himself, and then they go into some other stuff. But at the end, Mark says it's always easier to be nice than to be a jerk. Don't be a jerk. So I actually really like this. This is something that I think in business people forget about certain things, calling people back, saying hello, introducing yourself. There's so many times I interact with somebody, I don't even know their name, but they're already trying to sell me something.
Right.
They haven't even introduced themselves to me. So I think being nice is something. I wanted to get your take on it.
Well, this is an awesome article because about a year and a half ago, I sent a professional over to Clearwater Beach to get me 100 surveys on a Saturday afternoon about how people feel about being sold. And what did you like? What did you not like? And there were 11 questions, but and I pretty much could have predicted the answers to 10 of those.
Right.
But one of the questions is, when being sold, what do you find infinitely valuable? Like, what is most important?
Most important,
yeah,
the
when
whole
you're,
sales process.
When you're being sold something, the whole process, what do you think is most important? And I thought price, money, getting a deal, that was going to be number one, right? Okay, so 39 of the 100 surveyed said they wanted the rep to be nice and friendly and helpful.
Interesting.
39%. Right?
How much was money?
6. 6 out of 100.
It's never the money.
It's not the money.
It's you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And it's not the price of the product.
Right.
It's not like, running back to the owner and saying we have to lower our prices, our competition is beating us and killing us. And it's like, but I agree with Mark. You're just not being nice enough.
I agree.
And reps have a tendency to get all wrapped up in the close. And you and I have talked about this on other videos. It's like, it's all about the close and the commission. And I know the sales manager is putting pressure down. And there has to be a particular balance of that, because there does have to be some like effort to expand and put some quotas out there. But you can't lose sight of being nice.
No, not at all. And I think common courtesy just has gone out the window a little bit. And I think that the way to stand above that is to just talk to people, say hello, introduce yourself.
Exactly. And because if people, 39 out of 100, and then some people could maybe criticize, like, oh, you need 500, you need 1,000. Okay, well, maybe, but it's not going to change by 50%.
No.
We're in the zone.
The attitude and relationship that you have with the people you're doing business with is more important than the cost.
Absolutely.
Every time.
So then here's the great news. If your competition in your market is all about, the close,
well, your
and
competition
the money
is probably terrible.
Right. But then they're so easy to beat.
Yeah.
All you have to do is be nice.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
it's
what's
really all
funny is
people
we
want.
have in my Leads and Coffee networking group that I host, we have recently gotten a landscape architect. He's not just the guy who cuts your lawn, but he does other stuff.
Right.
And he says the number one response he gets from people is, "I'm surprised you made it on time."
Right.
Right? That goes along with the attitude of the person that you're dealing with.
Yep.
And it's very interesting. Also, another thing I wanted to bring up here, just on the being nice aspect, right? So I run this Leads and Coffee networking group. In the last 10 months, I've had probably 100 different people come through the doors, right? Maybe a little bit less, but in that 100, let's say there's 100, there was one person who showed up that right off of the bat, I knew I wanted nothing to do with.
Because
when I do this meetup group, there's a picture of me. It says I'm the host of the meeting. And when new people come in for the first time, they're kind of timid. They're kind of shy. They're like, "Hi, are you Neil? You know, I'm Kelsey, whatever." And they always come and they find me and they introduce themselves to me. This one person walked right past me. Like, I always stand right at the front entrance, right? This one person just walked straight past me as if I didn't even exist. And I had to go and track them down.
Yeah.
But they literally walked right past me and then, like they just showed up. This is their first time coming to a meeting. I already was like, I'm not interested in you.
straight on.
So
Spot on.
because you have to have a personality and you have to be nice. And little pro tip out there too: if everybody is a jerk to you, I think it's backwards. Every time I meet somebody who tells me how bad their staff is, how bad all their public are, how bad all the customers are, everybody's this, everybody's that, it's always that person.
Right.
And I always say, I wouldn't want to work for you either. So, but I thought this was very interesting because Mark obviously has a lot of different background and a lot of different things, but I just like hearing different views. And I think just the overall impression that you make on somebody the first time you meet them could actually be the difference between getting a sale or getting a client or finding the right staff member right off the bat. And I thought that was pretty interesting.
Absolutely. And I mean, everybody knows Mark Cuban is a billionaire.
Yep.
You know, he's got his own jets.
Yep.
And he owns the Mavericks. And it's quite introspective on his part to now look back and say, yeah, I used to be a jerk.
Right.
And what I found in business is people actually would rather have me be nice.
Yep.
His employees would rather have him be nice. And so it actually is just too simple to make a business go.
That's the funny thing, is that I feel like this is so simple that people watching this who probably need it the most are the people who are like, thumbs down, I'm going somewhere else. Be nice, come on.
Criticize us at your own risk.
The truth is, your first impression is going to be the difference maker between getting a sale, hiring the right person, making a new contact. It's very hard if the first 5 seconds I meet you, you do something that is stupid or say something that is stupid and then try and win me back over, because I'm going to sit there and think the whole time, this guy's a jerk.
But I think it boils down to something even more basic than that. It's like, where is my attention? If my attention is on me and what's in it for me, then it doesn't matter if I'm nice to you or not. Am I going to get the close, or am I going to get the business or the deal or whatever? Right. So it's actually too easy. You just approach someone and your attention is on them.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Greg. How can I help you?
Yeah.
What's the problem? How can I help you? Maybe my product, and so your attention is on them, or your attention is on you.
Yeah.
And if it's all about you, it's all over here, then you have a tendency to be a jerk.
Yep.
If it's all about them and how you're going to help them, you're going to be nice.
All you're trying to do is be nice and solve their problem for them.
Exactly.
And they'll buy whatever they need from you.
And sadly enough, pretty much today, if you're doing that in your segment of the market, you're alone. There really isn't any competition.
Which I think is fantastic.
That's awesome.
Like my brother, he's in the service industry. This guy, Brian, who comes to our networking event. Jeff, the water guy.
Yeah.
The biggest thing that people say when they show up is like, hey, you were on time.
Right.
Like, that never happens,
right.
You know.
But that's caring about the person, caring about their time.
And that's going to get you the sale.
Right.
That's going to get you the sale. So anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting.
I love it.
So
I love it.
2019 is starting off. Be nice. Don't be a jerk, okay? But also just remember that your own personality, how you interact, how you talk to people, that is the determining factor as to whether or not you get business. That is the determining factor as to whether you hire the right people. It is not about money. It is actually very, very rarely about money. Of course, people are going to ask you for a discount. That doesn't mean you have to give them a discount. People ask me for a discount and I go, I'm sorry, this is really the only price I can do. And they go, okay. And they buy it. So your attitude is going to be the number one thing. Be nice. Start the year off right. Make it happen. All right. And if you have any other questions or you'd like to contact us, please comment down beneath. I'd love to hear what you have to think about what we've been discussing here today. I'd love to get some interaction. I'd also love to hear any suggestions that anybody might have on other topics that you might want us to talk about in the newsroom. And if you need some help selling or you need to learn how to not be a jerk, contact us at Matterhorn Business Development. We'll help you with that. This is what we specialize in, is learning how to communicate and get your point across to your prospect. We'll see everybody next time at the Business Newsroom.